Hello, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again, depending on where you are in the world. As always, it's a pleasure to be your host. Welcome to the Rob Art slash Crypto Coins Crew live stream. Please kind of put a like while you're here. I would really appreciate the like and drop a hello or whichever question you have in the chat so I know that you're here. Before we commence, we're going to talk about what's going on in the market as always before we say hello to everyone. As always, there are insane price predictions for XRP out there. I keep seeing not only $10 this year, but now I've seen $1,000 predictions, $10,000 predictions. The predictions are out of this world. So basically, with every single year, it seems that the predictions start getting crazier. I was jokingly saying back in 2018, that we had basically back then a price prediction of 589 by the end of the year for 2018, and I kept saying that's not going to happen. We're going to crash to 15 cents instead in the coming years, and we did. And back then, 589 was the top, and then XRP dropped lower, and it seems it's quite ridiculous. It seems like the lower XRP drops, the more ridiculous and higher the price targets become. So we started with like back in the day, like at the very beginning, before even 589 appeared, we started with like I think it was like $100 per XRP. Then it became 589 with a teddy bear. Then it became 1,000 because of God, what was it? All the liquidity in the world or something like that. Then it became $10,000 with some other nonsense. I forgot what it was, the derivatives market. So, and the funny part about that is like the lower the price goes, the higher the price predictions become. I don't know. Maybe it's, maybe the Riddlers and the Moon Boys need to put out this content because people get used to these targets and they're no longer excited about hearing $100 and $1,000. So they need to bring it up to $10,000. And once $10,000 is gone, they'll probably bring it up to $100,000 and 1 million and 10 million. And the crazy stuff is that the price keeps increasing and people keep watching that nonsense. It's just quite amusing. So they keep producing it. The people to blame is always the consumer, right? If there's no consumer, there's no demand, right? Supply and demand. There's no demand, there's no supply. So there would not be supplying if there wasn't demand, basically. But anyway, so the price targets are quite ridiculous. I just want to say that mathematically speaking, percentage-wise, XRP is never going to go to $10,000 unless we have some crazy inflation, a black swan event where I don't know, a piece of bread costs like I don't know $1,000, something like that, which I once again don't think will happen. But so yeah, XRP is never going to $10,000. It's never going to $1,000, and it's never going to $589. I keep reiterating that there's roughly like 4,700 times more XRP than there's of Bitcoin. So for XRP to like achieve, for example, a price of $10,000, which Bitcoin did years ago, you would have to have more than 4,700 times more capital injected into XRP due to the highly diluted amount of XRP. Due to coin being highly diluted, that's what you would need injected into the capital. So you're talking about, Bitcoin was at what 1.3 trillion, I think, market cap, right? When it was at nearly 70K. So yeah, to do the math, I'm not even going to dwell into that because it's just so ridiculous. But either way, I hope that the people who come and watch these lives, that it helps them somehow, that they take some knowledge away from this and that they get kind of like a wake up call and that they kind of like realize what's real and what they should listen to and what they shouldn't listen to. And I just want to say, keep it real. Like you can see that with every single week, like the views on my lives are decreasing because people realize, like at first, many of them don't realize that these were clickbait titles to make sure that you see the truth. But they keep decreasing because they come in and they hear me saying that these prices are never going to come. And they, for example, I keep reiterating, like I quote in the titles of what people are saying. People are saying out there that we're about to see $10 XRP this year, so within like 3.5 months. And I keep saying that it's not going to happen because, reasonably speaking, the likelihood of that happening this year is very unlikely. The odds are against you. And I believe that long term, there's nothing wrong with a $10 price target for XRP. I believe it's very quite realistic and reasonable because that's what basically ETH and Bitcoin did in the last cycle, percentage-wise, ROI-wise, mathematically, and percentage-wise. It's very likely and possible. It's just going to take time, in my opinion. I believe it can be achieved when the rest of the coins are pumping into the fourth phase. But I just believe that it's not even about belief; it's facts. When you look at the chart, when you look at the events that have transpired throughout the years, and I've been into crypto since 2016, I don't know how gullible you have to be, and how realistic you have to be, and how basically unaware of your surroundings you have to be in crypto and uneducated to believe this claptrap, to believe that basically utility and use cases are going to drive the price of XRP up while the rest of the market is not doing anything. Why would you believe that? Once again, actually looking at historical events and historical data and what's been happening, and if you look at all the bullshit that basically these riddlers have been spewing, saying that basically XRP is exceptional, therefore it will pump. They've been saying this, since I've been in crypto since 2016 and 2017, whatever, right? Basically, so. Uh, and still nothing has happened. So I don't know why you would opt to believe that BS. It's just utter nonsense. Why would you believe that, right? Look at who's been right, more or less. Nobody's been right consistently, but I can assure you, for example, that you can look at the chart. If you don't believe me, XRP never went to 589. It never went to $1,000 or $10,000. It never went to $100. And they've been saying for years that this is going to happen. It's not been happening. You know what happened though? My prediction of 15 cents for XRP happened. And other predictions that happened. So maybe you should listen to people who have been right consistently, or right a lot more than other people. I understand that you like the concept of basically XRP going to the moon and going to $10,000 because you probably have a very small bag, and therefore if it went to 1,000 or $10,000, it would make you rich. But that's just called fantasy. If you want to be a millionaire, go work your ass off, add more to your XP, but make it bigger. Swing trade it and make it bigger, and then you won't need 1,000 or 10,000. Then basically something like 2, 3, 5, or 10,000 will be more than enough for you to make huge amounts of money. So don't be delusional simply because that's what the narrative you want to hear. Yeah, just be aware of that. Stop listening to BS and wake up. If you've been in crypto for years and you haven't made millions of dollars, or you haven't made life-changing money, maybe you should start listening to people who have made life-changing money. Maybe it's time to wake up and start doing something different. If you consistently keep doing the same thing and the results are the same, and you're still working your 9 to 5 and you're still watching happy riddler videos and solving puzzles, but there's nothing to show for it, maybe it's time to stop, guys. Maybe it's time to stop to listen to the annoying guys that you don't like me, and start making money and set the riddlers and puzzles aside and make your life better. Put money in your pocket, make sure to decide to walk away with money and start learning what works, basically. Let's see. As for Bitcoin, the high and low for Bitcoin is currently holding. Same with the stock markets and stock indexes, they're all holding. Same thing with Ethereum. So the ascending macro channel is intact. Once again, I'm not doing anything. I'm not executing any buys. If I do so, they'll have to be at new lows. If we get new lows, I'll start dollar cost averaging and diversifying. As I mentioned earlier on, if XRP goes into the 30s, and basically if XRP goes into the 5 to 35 cent range, I would highly suggest that you join my $99 tier, because I'm going to take $30,000 and live trade to show you how easy it is to trade XRP if you have the right entries. We're going to turn that 30K into 100K within a few months, and then in the coming years, we're going to pump that to like 500K quite easily. And you'll see once again how easy it is, and you'll see it live, and you'll be able to basically copy trade me. That's only going to happen if XRP goes into the 5 to the 35 cent range. If it doesn't happen, then we're not going to do it, because I don't force entries. I'm like a sniper, like I keep saying. I wait for the entries to come to me. If the entries don't come to me, I don't force entries, and I don't swing trade, and I don't even invest. Currently, we just have to be patient. We're new show. We have to let the market mature and develop. I know you keep seeing a lot of narratives out there. I want to also point out that, basically, if we do get further entries and we do see new lows, nobody knows who will, but if we do, and then we're able to add in the corner to the million spreadsheet. And with our strategy, I do want to warn you up ahead, as I always have, that with when that happens, when we get great entries, those entries will come with some scary news and scary narratives. Maybe some black swan event like we had with COVID, like crude oil going below zero for the first time in history. Something very scary. It will be something maybe like Binance goes down, CZ arrested. I don't know, like something. Like an apocalypse, like a crypto apocalypse, basically. Something incredibly scary that will make you think that it's like a terrible time to buy, or that this is the end of crypto. That's when and like if the price crashes and we get new lows and their entries are being hit, that's how you know that this is the time to buy. Because whenever we had great buying opportunities, right, we had the best buying opportunities in the past years, the narratives were always scary. Always, it has never been different. It always seemed like a terrible idea to buy, especially since you bought and you're bags are currently at the losses, and some of the coins I bought after 90% crashes in the last cycles were down another 90%. And you're like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And you have to force yourself to keep dollar cost averaging at new lows. It's quite challenging. But that's what has made me a lot of life-changing money in the last cycles, and that's what I'm going to do this cycle too. That's why we don't force entries, only dollar cost average weekly amounts after huge crashes only at new lows. So that's pretty much all we have to do, my friends. We just have to be patient. We have to make sure that we don't force entries. Currently, we have to be prepared for both major upside and major downside, which we are. We have a lot of great entries. So if the market moves, we're going to start laddering out and starting trading, take profits, and getting out with amazing profits. Either way, and if the market nukes and crashes hard, and it gives us new lows, we're going to be ready with the sideline capital that's been there. That we've been putting aside for like a year, as it states in the million spreadsheet. You had a year to put together the capital that you had to put together to accumulate, so that whichever entries would not have not been executed, do not force entries with that money. Keep that capital sidelined. If you miss out with it, well, it's too bad. That's called greed. If you want like every single entry to hit and all that, you have to realize that there's no perfection in this market. Just try to work with rough estimates, and all we really have to do is buy low, sell high, buy very low, sell very high. So do not try to achieve perfection. Like nobody knows with 100% certainty what's going to happen, but I can tell you for sure that we'll buy low and we'll sell high and we'll make a tidy profit. So just be patient. Don't expect immediate moon. Do realize that $10,000 XRP predictions and $1,000 XRP predictions are absolutely crazy. Do realize that people who are telling you that Bitcoin is going to hit $250,000 this year are over exaggerating, and you should not be listening to them. And you do realize that people who are saying Ethereum will hit 10 or 20K this year are once again basing this on basically the Elliot wave theory, and the Elliot wave theory more often than not has failed in my experience, which is why I don't base the stuff that on Elliot wave theory. I try to stick to percentages only. Sometimes if percentages align with timeframes and fractals, I use that too, then it's the perfect combination. But percentages are the best tool. We basically just accumulate when a coin is down a certain percentage, dollar cost average at new lows, and wait and hold and diversify. And then, once we get huge pumps, we start laddering out, they taking profits, all based on percentages, and probabilities. Once again, for the umpteenth time, do not force entries. I kept saying when XRP pumped to 90 cents, don't force entries. Like I said, I was not buying, I was not selling currently. I'm not buying, I'm not selling. These prices are of no interest to me. This is the neutral zone where we do nothing. If we do crash further, we're going to be executing buys. And like I said, we'll start swing trading. The swing trading will be fantastic. The reason why I chose XRP for swing trading is because of all the coins I've been analyzing, probably, I don't know why XRP I find the easiest to analyze. Maybe because back in the day, I did favor it over other coins, which is not a good thing. That what we learned, like I said, that we always grow and get better with our strategies. And one of the strategies things that I learned is that we don't favor one coin over another. But I am able to analyze XRP better than other coins. Like, although I analyze Bitcoin pretty well too. And so XRP is just easier for me to swing trade, which is why I've chosen XRP. So if it goes into the region where we're going to be able to swing trade, we're going to go for that, my friends. We're going to do that. Let's see once again what. So if we get further crashes and something awfully terrible is happening, is scary. Remember that we spoke about this. Like, remember, like back in the day, just when we're starting the Patreon, I would write newsletters and write them these updates saying that keep in mind that basically when the prices are going to crash, and they will eventually crash, right? That back then people were arguing saying that it's not going to crash, and I kept insisting that they will crash. People always say it's different, but it's never different. And this time is no different. Once again, the market will crash. We'll just have to ignore further pumps. We exited with great profits. Now just wait for further. Once the pumps are over, the crashes will come. And the market did climb a little bit higher. Other coins, there were even coins that pumped another 500% or something. All we had to do was ignore further pumps and await the crashes. And the crashes came, right? And I kept saying back then that keep in mind that when these entries are going to come, there are going to be some scary narratives out there. Something terrible is going to be happening in crypto. And our job is to ignore the fear, ignore the noise around us, ignore the news, ignore whatever is being told to us. I was even tweeting about this on Twitter back in the day, showing you these what the narrative was back then, comparing basically financial magazines and websites and, some financial experts comparing crypto to deserts and wastelands. mass extinction events, saying stuff like, "Is this the end of crypto? Is like the end of an era? Is Bitcoin about to go to $1 or zero?" Being compared to crude oil, like when it went below zero. So basically, the narrative was terrible, and I was pointing this out and saying we're currently in the macro accumulation phase, dollar cost average, and diversifying corners with the plan. And so once again, if a new card and we do get further entries, keep in mind that the narrative is going to be very dark and very scary. Like FTX, one of the biggest exchanges, went down, right? So that's like the equivalent of Bitcoin, Binance going down. Do not be surprised by anything that can happen. There are a lot of things that can happen, but that's why we keep our coins off exchanges. You know what I mean, and cold storage. So whatever the narrative is, that's also, by the way, why I keep saying that you have to have several different exchanges, because some exchanges will go down. Some exchanges will disappear in the coming years. You really think that in the next 10 years, all these exchanges will do good? Of course not. Some of them are going to disappear, get sued, scam people, and what have you, really. Whatever that's possible, whatever, it's like the theory of, what was it called? I forgot. It's like, God, I forgot the name, but basically the theory goes that whatever can happen will happen, and that's is pretty much, yeah, life is like that. Whatever can happen will happen. So exchanges will go down. That's why make sure that you have several different exchanges and accounts on several different exchanges. And even if they don't go down, you just have to make sure that you have that when there's heavy traffic and exchanges are heavily congested, you're not going to be able to log into many exchanges. And sometimes you want to be able to log in, let's say, into Binance or BitTrue, but then you can log on to KuCoin. Or you can't log on to KuCoin and BitTrue, but you can log on to, I don't know, eToro, right? So be ready for this. Be like prepare yourself and start postponing this stuff. And stop postponing like opening accounts on different exchanges, because if you're waiting for the euphoria phase to do this, when everything will be pumping hard eventually in the years to come, you're going to have trouble sometimes, because you're probably going to wait till the last moment, and then you're going to want to open an account, and sometimes it's going to take them a week or two for you to open an account, because they're going to be so busy for you to get approved for a certain sum to invest. So just get the stuff done now. Get it out of the way, my friends. Get the verification done. Make sure that you can invest the sums that you want to invest. Get prepared. Be ready. You know what I mean? All right, my friends, let's see what you're saying. While you're here, please kindly put a like. I would appreciate the like from everyone. My friend Thomas Horton is saying, let's go, Rob. What's up, buddy? Enjoy your coffee. My friend Chris Dinoff, good to see you. My friend Sergio, good to see you. Thank you for the nice wishes. Hope you're having a great weekend also. International Crypto Asset Ninja is here. Happy Saturday to you too, my friend. Chris is saying, we're just wondering if you saw signs that we hit the top. Were you considering taking some profit in that area? I know you did at 58 cents a few months ago. At what area, my friend? No, I did not. I did not plan to take any profits there. Like I said, I'm not touching my bags after huge crashes, because yes, despite them being able to go much lower, as we discussed on page and it was discussed here, I'm just going to stick to my strategy and dollar cost average, because I don't want to miss out on the majority of the moves once the euphoria stage comes. And that being said, we will start swing trading with XRP, just to make sure that members can basically make money now without having to invest more money. So you'll just basically take a certain amount, whichever amount you're comfortable trading. You will have to join the $99 tier. The reason why I've chosen the $99 tier, because I've looked at what the other people are doing, and for basically what I'll be doing, they all take at least $100, and some of them take up $500 per month. It's going to be once again something extra that I have to do, so it has to be worth my while. And I thought that would be worth my while, since I am a person who has money, so it has to be worth the money for me. You know what I mean? So we will be swing trading if we get the area that I mentioned for XRP. And I just want to show people exactly how to trade, how I at least trade, show them what to avoid, and why I keep saying we're going to be doing it live, right? We're going to be doing it live. I'll be explaining everything live, answering all the students in the DMs, explaining everything. Apparently, you can even do live videos on Patreon. So we're going to, instead of doing this on YouTube, we'll be doing this on Patreon. I'll be talking to you guys on Patreon and walking you through the trade, explaining what to do, how it goes, and hopefully teach you how to, like, basically walk you through every single step of the swing trade, because it's going to take a while, for a coin to crash, then it's going to take a while for it to pump like 50 to 150%. It's going to take months. So I'm going to walk you through that. And once we lock in profits, once again, how we await a correction or a crash and buy again, step by step, how we're going to be ignoring the news, and hopefully, like within a year of swing trading, I'll be able to turn you into a person that is going to be fully independent, and you'll see fully my mentality and how I swing trade and how I trade and how I move in this market. Once again, with investments aside, just when it comes to trading, what I did basically in the last cycle when I was trading, and I hope you'll be able to learn, and then you can unsubscribe and go your own way and become a profitable independent trader. I really hope that will be the result. But I guarantee you one thing, that the result will definitely be that whether or not basically you walk away, I don't know if you'll be able to learn. Some people are better at learning, some are not. But what I do guarantee is that whoever joins when I'm going to be swing trading, if XRP goes into that zone, is that just like in the last cycle, I guarantee that we're going to walk away with good profits. So yeah. Oh, yeah, Bonito is here. How are you doing, brother? How's work? You're saying, what's up, my friend? I agree with your review on XRP. I think it is a good sign, though, if it can consolidate around 50 to 80 cents, it is a good launch pad for the higher price targets in the bull run. Yeah, my friend. I mean, good sign for like what do you mean? Because we're still far away from the bull run, right? We're in 2023, and I believe like the peak Q4 will be somewhere around 2025, and that's when 15K Bitcoin holds, and we don't see new lows, because then if we see new lows, market cycles are going to lengthen, and I believe we can tack on another 2 to 3 years, right? But currently, the usual cycles are intact. Everything is fine. There's nothing different is happening. There's no cause to worry yet. Everything seems to be in order. If that stays, once again, I believe somewhere in 2025 we'll have peak, right? So I just thought also at the same time it would make sense. And my point is, a lot of stuff can happen to XRP before that happens. But I mean, a lot of stuff can happen to XRP, and if it does happen, that's why I want to start swing trading XRP, because that way we're going to make sure that people are getting paid now. It's just, unfortunately, I'll say the way it is. I'm always an honest person. Unfortunately, since having made money, you see, back in the last cycle, I was trading much more, right? Because I didn't have the capital that I have now, and now I've gotten comfortable. So now I just moved away from trading because there's no need for me to do that anymore. I turned to strictly investing because I sit on a large amount of investing capital, right? What I've forgotten about, and what my students have asked me about also, is like, Rob, why don't we swing trade more often? Why don't we trade more often, right? Because it's difficult for me for some people, it's even difficult to put $10,000 together, right? Let alone like, I don't know, 20 or 30 or 50. So, and I was like, yeah, that's true. I've forgotten that many people find it very difficult to put $10,000 together. I've forgotten that, many people simply can't even do that. And that's why I used to swing trade back in the day with the money that I had, to make sure that I have more money at my disposal to invest and trade. So that being said, I realized that, since before the fees and the peak of it is going to come in 2025, I realized that people need to get paid now. I realized that people need to make money now, that I need to start making sure that my members put money in their pocket now and make their lives better now. So that was kind of like a wake up call, kind of like, Rob, many people, cannot just wait till 2025, basically. Many people can't wait for years. They need money now. So that's why we're going to go with that. I honestly don't know, Gabon, if it's going to consolidate in the 50 to 80 cent range. Honestly, I'll tell you, I don't want it to consolidate there. I would love to see it go much lower and crash further, so we can get in some great entries and have some great swing trades. But yeah. Boo Mansur, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you here. My little baby girl woke up. Derek says, dude, didn't even know you had a YouTube channel. Definitely give you a follow. Awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Rainy Steps, how are you doing, my friend? TT saying, is it true that the BNB CZ liquidation is a 212 BNB? I have no idea. There's so much stuff out there that's just utter garbage most of the time. I have no idea, my friend. I don't know where the information comes from, but I'll tell you, double check it yourself, TT. And I'll tell you that what I've learned in crypto is that more often than not, the overwhelming majority of times, it's usually some bullshit. So just check it out, look into it. CMMD saying, brother, I have a question. With the VIP member, you show all entry and TP, or would you be trading also be conducted? I've been at $99 for 6 to 8 months, but I'm saying saving for the VIP members and wish I can achieve. Siad, please, brother, kindly do not join the VIP members, because that's basically, like I said, that's my private students, and I personally cannot take on more private students right now. I know that they're higher tiers, and yes, of course, I would make more money if you join the higher tiers, but please do not. I'm swamped right now. I have too many private students. I do keep getting requests saying if they should join and if they can join. I keep saying no. It's already been 4 months because I already have enough work as it is, enough students as it is, and I definitely don't want to take on any more private students because I consistently have to do video calls with the people, look at their portfolios individually, help them with trades. It's very, very hectic, and therefore, please do not join those tiers. Unfortunately, I cannot remove those tiers because whenever people are subscribed, Patreon does not let me remove the tier. So since people are subscribed, they're there, right? I cannot stop people from subscribing, but I'm asking you, please do not join those VIP tiers because I cannot take on more people. I simply do not have the time. But if that changes, if some people unsubscribe, which they're not unsubscribing, only more people want to join. But like, so I don't know what to tell. I thought like 6 months ago, I thought I'll be able to take on more people. I still haven't been able to do that because I'm telling you the truth because I will not deliver. And since I will not deliver, I'm telling you do not join. The tier that you're in right now, stay with that, please. Thomas Horton saying, "Hey Rob, did you hear Alex Jones saying he'd been informed that COVID restrictions will be coming back in the next few months, could provide great buying opportunities for the markets if it's true." Really? But isn't Alex Jones, like, with all due respect to Alex Jones, isn't he like really out there with his claims and like isn't like a lot of what he does like conspiracy theories? Like, I've never even watched him. I just know that he's really into conspiracy theories, and I know that apparently what people say under tweets is that he's really out there with these claims, that they're quite absurd. I'm just asking. I don't really know. Seattle MD is saying that soon you are really patient since becoming a member. I have had no more stress, and the quest to invest every coin is gone too. Cheers, brother. Seattle, I'm happy that you enjoyed, my friend. Awesome. Saying hi, Rob. Just came in to say hi and love. Leave a like. Thank you, brother. Please all leave a like. He goes on to say, hope you and your family have a great day. Thank you for all you do, sir. Cheers, brother. Appreciate that. We did have a good day. Now it's already coming to an end. It's 7 p.m. here in Dubai. But thank you for the nice wishes. I hope you and your family are well. I hope everybody's friends and family and loved ones are well. Everybody who's here in the chat, thank you for joining. Thomas Wharton is saying, yes, he is definitely a conspiracy theorist. Very likely BS. Well, yeah, there you go. There you go. Thomas is saying, are you familiar with credible cryptos theory for the new BTC all-time high this year? Seems very unlikely. Yes, Thomas, I'm aware of it. I always check up on many different narratives out there. I'm probably aware of every single possible narrative that is out there because I consistently 24/7 analyze the market, read, and go into in depth on a lot of stuff that the majority of people don't do. That's basically a full-time crypto. That's my job. Huge respect and love for credible crypto. As I pointed out, he's been right many times. He's a great analyst. I consider him a friend of mine. He's amazing. So credit if you see this. Peace, happiness, and love to you, brother. But that's something that we disagree on. I've read and looked into Cred's theory. If he's right, props to him. I'll be very happy to point it out. If it turns out to be right, I'll be the first person on Twitter retweeting it nonstop and mentioning that he was right, and people should give him a follow. People should give him a follow either way because he's a bright guy. But I'm just saying, I'll point it out definitely if he's right. My personal humble opinion is that that's not the case with this prediction. Particularly, I believe that we will not see $250,000 Bitcoin or a new all-time high this year for Bitcoin. That's my personal humble opinion. 2 cents on the matter. People can be friends and disagree. So yeah. Let's see, my friends. So remember, please do not force entries. Please remain patient. Do not get scared. If the market crashes further, we hold the great entries that we have because we bought them after huge crashes. If we get opportunities to add more in dollar cost average, add new lows, we will do that in accordance with our strategy and the ammonia spreadsheet. If not, the market will pump hard, and we will exit with great entries and reinvest the money once it crashes once again. Either way, we're going to win in a win-win situation. We're currently neutral. If the market is going to crash much further, we'll become very bullish. If the market is going to pump much further, we're going to become much more bearish. But currently, we're neutral. Let's see. There are many coins out there that are no longer in the accumulation phase, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So do not force entries. If they do crash much further, you can execute some buys there. If you're a member, you know exactly where to buy. If you're not, I highly suggest that you go and become a member, get the ammonia spreadsheet, Then you'll see in the posts, you have to scroll down to a post from June 10th, and you'll find the Millionaire spreadsheet there. It's literally $5, guys, and I highly suggest that you get it. I believe it's really worth it. Besides that, yeah, we just have to be patient. One of the main things about crypto is that we have to be patient and wait to see what the market does. Currently in this phase of the market, there's nothing stopping from XRP from making higher highs and higher lows and slowly pumping to much higher prices. Therefore, we hold what we have in case that happens. But there's also nothing stopping XRP from crashing further and giving us new lows and going below 30 cents, for example. And that being the case, we're going to swing trade XRP and make great profits if that happens, to put money in our pocket before the euphoria phase hits and make some proper money. Let's see. I would also suggest to stop, reading too much into narratives, partnerships, and use cases out of sheer boredom. I do realize that basically people have nothing to do, so they invest their money into potentially promising projects. And since they have nothing to do and nothing is happening in the market, or the coin keeps crashing, they want some kind of, they want to be assured that their money is in good hands, that it's in a good project. So they go and watch these videos, read up on articles, basically trying to verify that they made a good decision, seeking disapproval that they made a good decision. I suggest you don't do that, because you should have just basically read up on the project before you invested. Once you've done that, there's no need to keep reading about the project. The reason being because once you do that, you become emotionally attached to the project, to the coin. You keep basically every single day. It's like, I don't know, it's like playing a game, right? Or listening to a track that you like, or like a musician. You start fanning over whatever that musician or what have you, really, right? So stop getting emotionally attached to that. Stop looking at the bullshit use case and utility narratives. Like, on Twitter, I basically posted this. I tweeted this tweet mentioning all the Ripple partnerships and how basically after all these Ripple partnerships, and Ripple, basically one of the main reasons why people love the XRP coin is because Ripple, the company, is pushing forward the utility and use case of XRP in the world, because they also believe in the technology, and they've been gifted all the XRP, and they have a lot of the XRP. They basically have the automatic escrow where the money comes into the market and then it goes back into escrow. Very often they don't even sell any, and it goes back into the escrow. But sometimes they sell some and it goes back to the escrow. Basically, my point that I'm trying to make is that many people base the success of XRP on what Ripple is going to do, whether or not they're going to be able to push the adoption, and using their great technology and solutions. Some of them involve XRP, basically. So you have that's this amazing, great company that has all these partners, and they're pushing forward the adoption and technology of XRP. It's one of the best projects out there in the crypto space. XRP really is one of the best projects out there in the crypto space, and the price still crashed 97% the last time, and 87% so far this time around. So roughly 90% once again. And utility use cases did not stop that. I know that you keep hearing that some flip is going to be switched, that the train is about to leave the station. I know that nonsense, but the train is not going to leave the station. Nobody's going to flip the switch, and just be realistic. Don't get excited. Basically, if the pumps come, don't get excited. Don't FOMO. Just like I kept saying the last time, do not FOMO. Do not buy green candles ever. You never FOMO. You never buy pumps. You never buy green candles. You just don't do that. A very important rule. The thing is, basically, you're going to have to be patient. If you want to make money off XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you're going to have to be patient if you want to make truly life-changing money. Holding 1,000 or 10,000 XRP is not going to make you a millionaire. That's just the truth of it. You need way more than that to become a millionaire of XRP. If you have an issue with that, just go and accumulate more XRP. It's very, very simple. These crazy targets are now coming, same as Bitcoin. Some people believe it's going to hit $10 million one day. Bitcoin is never going to hit $10 million. Just like be realistic. At least you won't be alive, by the time, even if that would happen. Be realistic, my friends. Don't get carried away. There's a strong notion, once again, that you make easy and fast money in crypto. That's just not the case, because what happens is that the majority of market participants, they flood into crypto during like the last 200 to 300 days of the euphoria phase, which is like peak euphoria phase, I refer to it. That's when the majority floods into crypto. And that's when the majority flooding into crypto makes very easy money. But the problem with that easy money is that it's unrealized profits. So they keep looking on the screen. It's only on the screen, but they haven't actually closed it, closed and locked in the profits. So they're only on the screen. They're just numbers on the screen. So that's where the easy dumb money comes from. So people, that's where the notion comes from that all you have to do is come into crypto, and within 200 days you invested $10,000 and now it's at 200K, for example, or you invested 200K and now you're a multimillionaire. That's where the notion comes from. But the reality of it is that crypto moves in cycles. You have to wait for huge crashes. You have to go through a lot of terrible events, scary narratives, accumulate, wait a very long time, wait for it to transition to the bullish phase, wait for the euphoria phase to come in, where newcomers start coming in, and that's where we start exiting, and that's where you start using newcomers as exit liquidity and dumping on them. That unfortunately how the market moves, and they keep buying up your coins. The higher the coin climbs, without knowing how crypto works and without having any rules. So yeah, the reality of it is that crypto is not easy. It's easy basically if you're in emotional control, you know how it works. But you have to play the whole cycle. You have to put in the time. You have to be patient. You can't force the market to move slow or faster. You can't force the market to crash as hard as you want it to crash. You can just navigate it like a skillful sailor in a sea storm, right? You have to basically adapt and learn what the market does and go, hand in hand with the market. So yeah, my friends, stay patient. Don't force entries. If you have any questions before I log off with 36 minutes in, let me know if you have any questions. Once again, do not force entries. Do not touch the sideline capital. We already have some great entries, fantastic entries on many coins from the Millionaire spreadsheet, which is our main play, where I have the majority of my portfolio invested into the Millionaire spreadsheet. And therefore, when the market pumps, we'll make great gains either way. Only add and use the sideline capital that you've been putting aside for a year in accordance with the Millionaire spreadsheet. Only if we see new lows that are on the Millionaire spreadsheet. If that doesn't happen, too bad. So like I said from the start and from the get-go, we're not going to get all the entries, and before he hits, we're not going to get all the exits and our targets. It's just too bad. It's just part of investing, right? There's no perfection in investing. Anybody who tells you that there's perfection in investing is full of crap, basically. So yeah, do not force entries, because if we do all of a sudden have some kind of black swan event and we see strong crashes, we want to make sure that we have great money at our disposal to bring down our average, so that when market recovers and starts pumping, we're not trying to break even on our investment, but we're actually already making big money and not breaking even, but making profits. Let's see. Now, if you also really want to buy some coins that are in the accumulation phase, you can join the $99 tier. There are many different 50 to 100x gems that I believe have the potential to pump very hard, but once again, only in euphoria phase of the cycle. I do not believe that they're going to do anything great until euphoria phase of the cycle. I believe that some of them are going to correct further and maybe even crash hard. So if you're ready to hold, until the euphoria phase, there are some great projects that are still in the accumulation phase, some coins that you can buy. If you join the $99 tier and you get these coins, make sure that you only do it with small amounts of money, whatever you consider to be small amounts of money. For me, it's $500 to $3,000 per coin, because that's a small amount of money for me. If it's only $100 per coin for you, only go with $100 per coin. If even $100 is a lot of money for you, do not get the $99 tier, and then do not get these projects. Just go with the Millionaire spreadsheet, because that's the main play. Otherwise, yeah, I think I've said it 10 times now, so I'm going to just say it one more time. Do not force entries. And do not jump from one coin into another. For example, stop trying to basically, for example, let's say if you're sitting in one project and then you see another coin is pumping, you jump into that coin, and then basically that coin is not doing much now because it already pumped, and then you see another coin pumping and you jump into that coin. Stop doing that, because what's going to happen most likely is that basically you're buying into pumps and you're not going to take any profits here, and you're basically a late market participant, and every single time the coin is going to crash. So once you get out of it and you chase another one, your money keeps decreasing. So you jumped into one coin, you're 10K. Now, because you have to sell and try to catch another pump, is 8K. Now that 8K becomes 6K. Now that 6K becomes 4K. Now that 4K becomes zero, basically. So stop jumping from project to project. Have patience. The reason why we diversify is because you have to understand that all coins, 99% of coins, are going to pump only in the euphoria phase. Maybe there's a 1% that's going to be an exception to the rule, like Link in the last cycle, but we're very unlikely to catch a coin like that. So all coins are going to pump in the euphoria phase. And we diversify because we don't know which coins are going to perform better. But we know for sure, for a fact, just like in the last two cycles, that some coins are going to go to zero Some do okay, and some fly and go crazy and deliver crazy profits, huge profits, right? So that's why we diversify, right? So there's no reason to try and chase pumps and jump from one coin into another coin. Just be patient, right? Let the market develop, and once the market hits, some coins are going to do very well in your portfolio and bring your portfolio up and really drag your portfolio up, or even when you have coins that go to zero. And you will have coins that go to zero. I will have coins in the portfolio that will go to zero. But once again, that doesn't matter if you diversify. What's important is to be patient, my friends, right? It's very important. Whoever told you that you can come and make easy and fast money in crypto lied to you. That's just not the case. That's not the way crypto works. That's not the way making money in the world works. You always have to put in hard and smart work. I always keep saying, work hard, work smart. Thomas Horton, love to you too, brother. Sam MD is saying, thank you for your honesty. I am speechless how honest you are. Thank you. Cheers, brother. Thank you for joining the live. All right, my friends, it's been 40 minutes. I really enjoyed talking to you all. Do you have any last minute questions that I can answer? Otherwise, I really appreciate your time. I know it's the weekend, so I really do appreciate the fact that you took your free time, outside of work to come and join and talk. That's really nice of you. Crypto Cody, thank you for joining. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, it looks like there are no questions coming. So I appreciate you, my friends. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you all an amazing Saturday and an amazing weekend. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next live. Thank you. Please put a like, and bye-bye.